closely related to the first, is communicating your vision. Leaders, it's one thing to have a vision, but if you cannot communicate it, guess what? Nothing is going to happen. So the obvious question this morning is, how do you communicate a vision? Well, the first thing I would recommend is communicate optimism. President Ronald Reagan said, optimism is a choice and one of the most powerful ones you can make. So every day as a leader, you get to make a decision. I'm going to be an optimistic leader or I'm going to be a pessimistic leader. Years back, when Tommy Lasorda retired as the manager of the Dodgers, he managed them for 20 years, which led to a Hall of Fame induction. I called Tommy up and had a nice visit with him at that moment, and I asked him a question. I said, Tommy, in all your years of managing the Dodgers, what's the most important thing you did? I thought it was going to be his bullpen or his pitching rotation or left and right-handed hitters, something like that. You know what he told me? He said, the most important thing I did every day was walk into the clubhouse the right way. He said, it didn't matter whether we'd won 8 in a row or lost 8 in a row. He said, my ball players had to see an upbeat, positive, optimistic manager. If they had seen my chin down at my belt buckle, he said, that would have spread across the clubhouse like wildfire and destroyed the team. We're communicating optimism. And I would say optimism trumps pessimism every time. The second thing we're communicating is hope. Napoleon once said, a leader is a dealer in hope. And everybody you work with all day long, keep this in mind, they cannot survive for 10 seconds without hope. George Halas, the longtime owner of the Bears, said, hope, hope, hope. How can we live without hope? And I love the way the poet Emily Dickinson put it. She said, hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. The third thing that we must communicate is inspiration and motivation. Part of the job description. And I wish it wasn't that way. This will be my 40th season in the NBA coming up this fall. Just one time, just 1 year. I would like everybody on the team to be self-inspired and self-motivated. Just 1 year. That's all I'll take. I'll be happy. Hasn't happened yet. And I'm getting a tad discouraged. How about you all? At the end of the day, somebody inspired you along the way. They may still be doing it. May have been a great creator of history. It may be somebody from the past. It may have been a parent. It may have been a coach. Somebody touched your soul and ignited it and inspired you. Maybe that's still going on today. And we're having that same effect on people. They need inspiration and they need to be motivated. Now, I don't think we can run around all day self-motivating people. Lou Holtz was once asked how to motivate people. He said, get rid of the ones who aren't self-motivated. That was Lou's approach. But we've got to constantly be thinking, how are we communicating inspiration and motivation?